Okay, people, welcome back to the Wok Drop 36 Spice Breakdown. Okay, so today's 香料 is Guìpí. So Guìpí is basically cinnamon bark. It's dried bark from the cassia tree. It comes in strips like this. Looks like this, comes in strips like this. And usually when you buy them, they'll be longer. So you'll have to like break them up. Okay, so this is also another one of the ingredients in my 5-spice powder, whether it's the rice powder or whether I make my own 5-spice. So this is a very, very important ingredient. Also, it's important to note that this spice is really, 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 really important in traditional Chinese medicine. So today I'm going to pass this over to Marc, and he's going to break down in much, much more detail about all of the benefits of this spice for you.
Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're talking about the spice cinnamon bark, or in Chinese we call it rou gui, right? And so cinnamon bark, or rou gui, moves into the channels of the heart, the kidney, the liver, and the spleen. And it's very warming, right? Anybody who's eaten cinnamon can tell that it's very acrid, it's very sweet, and it can even be hot. So when you make a tea out of it back in the West or something like that, it can make you very, very warm, right? That's because it tonifies yang. It tends to warm the yang qi in the body, the warming qi of the body. It tonifies the kidneys, and it can tonify Ming Men. It can warm and disperse cold that's internally to move it out. It can also warm the heart. A lot of times when the heart is pumping, it requires a lot of yang energy, right? So we can warm the heart's yang energy. And if there are vessels in Chinese medicine, we say if there are vessels in the heart that are closed due to cold, cinnamon can help to open those vessels and move blood, right? When we look at the body and we look at it according to Chinese medical symptoms and people who are having, pathological symptoms that are painful, what do we use cinnamon for a lot in formulas? Well, we use it for warming the kidneys. So kidney symptoms can include things like low back pain, right? Impotence problems, right? You can have weakness in the low back and the loins. It makes it difficult to stand due to cold or a deficiency in kidney qi and kidney yang. Cinnamon helps with that by tonifying the kidneys. If the kidneys are very weak and somebody is having trouble breathing, like asthma, the diaphragm isn't fully pulling down to bring that qi from the lungs down to the kidneys and get a full inhalation, then what happens is cinnamon can be very good to tonify the kidneys in recipes and formulas to help strengthen that aspect of inhalation, to help them not wheeze so much. So that's a really, really effective thing there. Another thing that it's used for a lot are people with chronically cold limbs, people with spleen deficiency, spleen yang deficiency, people with spleen qi deficiency, people with internal prolapse. With these things, they feel very cold. If you have cold limbs, it'll warm the body, it'll warm the limbs, it'll help to reduce the effects of prolapse due to cold internally. So that's a good thing. Another thing too is that people with poor appetites due to spleen and kidney deficiency, people with bloating, poor appetites, loose stools, even diarrhea and abdominal pain, oftentimes worse with pressure when you're pressing down on it. Sometimes it can feel better with pressure, but a lot of times it can feel stabbing, right? Or even fixed. This cold idea could be blood stasis if it's stabbing, or cold if you're pressing on it. Cinnamon will help to dissipate that pain, help to warm the body, bring an appetite back, and treat the loose stools if it's due to cold. And lastly, like I said, it treats blood stasis. So if you have bruising that's due to cold, not enough yang to move the blood through, or blood is slowing in the body due to cold constricting the vessels, cinnamon is very good at that. So check out some of our recipes about cinnamon. You'll notice in a number of recipes Simon cooks, there's a cinnamon that is used in there in small amounts to make the recipe more warming. Really good for the winter time or times where it's getting cooler. So yeah, look through our recipes and you can find a number of things. All right, guys, see you next time.
So where do you pick the spice up? Well, the spice is the same, so you can find it in any Chinese supermarket. It's very, very common. But like I said, if there's a Chinese medicine shop near you, you'll want to go there and you want to buy it from there because the quality will be much, much, much higher. It's a very, very warming spice. A lot of times it's used for like warming the interior of the body. And so it has a beautiful, like sweet dark, deep smell to it. And it's just a perfect blend for so many dishes. It goes so well with so many meats and so many marinades and so many like even pickling and all different types of things you can use it for. I'm going to definitely be putting out some recipes that are going to be heavy on using Guìpí. So go get yourself some of this spice, because this is, like I said, another one of the main ingredients of 5 spice. So it's super important in not only just Chinese cooking, but also traditional Chinese medicine. Guìpí, go buy some.